Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Today is Friday, August 19th, 2016, and here's what's happening in the world of gaming. This is actually a story that I probably should have reported on Tuesday, but here we are anyway. On August 9th, Sony announced that they would be holding a press conference in New York on September 7th at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is very likely going to be the PS4 Neo's reveal conference, but the invitation didn't explicitly state what was going to be revealed at the conference. What I will speculate on, however, is that the last time Sony held a press conference in New York for the PlayStation was back in February 2013 when they actually revealed and announced the PlayStation 4. Unfortunately, there's not a ton more to report on at this time, but I will check back in on this story once the conference happens. It will be live streamed, they haven't said where or when just yet, but it will likely be on PlayStation's Twitch page. In a seemingly unprecedented announcement on Wednesday, Blizzard Entertainment announced patch 7.1 for World of Warcraft. This announcement comes 12 days prior to the release of World of Warcraft Legion, the game's latest expansion. The reveal trailer for patch 7.1 marks this as the first time that Blizzard has ever announced a content patch before an expansion's release. 7.1, titled Return to Karazhan, will bring players back to the Guardian's Tower in Deadwind Pass for a new 5-man dungeon. The old raid from the Burning Crusade will remain, so if you want to farm for that mount or any sort of transmog gear, you are free to do so. They are not treating this like they did Rise of the Zandalari for Zul'Gurub and Zul'Aman, where they took out the raids and just replaced it with 5-mans. The old raid is staying. Alongside the updated Karazhan, patch 7.1 will feature a raid encounter that bridges the gap between the Emerald Nightmare and the Nighthold, as well as finishing up the Stormheim Quest Zone storyline. The one thing I want to know is, how will 5 people complete the chess encounter? We'll have to wait and see. KONAMI dropped quite a bomb on Wednesday, and boy was it a doozy. A trailer for a new entry in the Metal Gear franchise, dubbed Metal Gear Survive, was debuted during Gamescom this week. The trailer begins with Big Boss and Miller escaping Mother Base after Skullface's attack. When the chopper flies off into the night, the camera pans to a soldier who we've never met before, but appears to be the main character of this game. The soldier feels Mother Base begin to rattle underneath him, only to realize it's being sucked up into a wormhole in the sky. The soldier is sent to God knows where and is immediately faced off against a crystal demon zombie thing that is impervious to 9mm bullets, but apparently very weak to a steel rod. After someone who isn't quiet with a bow and arrow comes to his rescue, we find out that there is some sort of base set up wherever they are with a fence to keep these things out. We then get a J.J. Abrams style reveal hinting that there is some sort of Metal Gear on this planet that the soldiers were not aware of. Maybe Zeke got sucked up into the wormhole as well, who the hell knows. I'll give you one guess as to what topic I want to talk about after the news today, but more on that later. In much cheerier news, also coming out of Gamescom this week is a 6-minute gameplay video of Yooka-Laylee uploaded by Eurogamer. The game itself shows more than I can talk about in a few seconds, so definitely go check it out for yourself. If you're a fan of the rare platformers from yesteryear like Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64, you won't be disappointed. And now for some news about a game that I definitely won't be playing. Capcom this week revealed the new trailer for Resident Evil 7, simply titled Lantern. Lantern features a first-person perspective of a woman who we can only assume is being controlled by the player, running and hiding from an old, creepy lady holding a lantern that's chasing her through a house. Folks, I'll be honest with you, I don't play horror games. I get no enjoyment out of running away from a creepy old lady hiding a lantern who's chasing me through a haunted mansion. With that said, however, I do respect what Capcom is attempting to do with this series and take it into a new direction. I'm keeping an eye on RE7, but I will not be playing this game, especially not in VR. Finally this week, a little bit more Dark Souls news. Bandai Namco announced via the Dark Souls Facebook page that an announcement was coming on August 24th regarding Dark Souls 3. While this could very likely be the long-awaited DLC announcement, the last time Bandai Namco made an announcement on the Dark Souls Facebook page was for some pretty lackluster merchandise. We have been trolled before, this is Dark Souls, but the DLC is due. Let's hope for it. Metal Gear Survive. I can't say that I'm surprised. I really can't. Konami has told us that Metal Gear is not over. It was just gonna go in a different direction once Kojima left. We were told this. We knew this would happen. But holy God. Are you joking? A zombie survival game. And this is what it reminds me of. Showing Miller and Snake and the medic escaping, from the, basically showing the final cutscene of one of the final cutscenes of Ground Zeroes, and then just, panning the camera to some random person who we have no connection with, and then, getting sucked into a wormhole and having a zombie survival game. This reminds me of Umbrella Corps. Capcom probably had an FPS game that they couldn't figure out how to sell, so they figured, you know what, let's put Umbrella Corps on it, you know, let's tie it into the Resident Evil franchise, maybe throw some zombies in there, and then we could sell it. You know, we had this engine, we put money into it, we gotta sell it. Here's how you're gonna do it. I feel like Konami had the exact same thing with a survival horror game. But Metal Gear, it's almost like they're trying to piss people off. Just release the goddamn game as it is. Don't attach Metal Gear to it, just call it what it is. Survive, like, just call it Survive. Don't attach Metal Gear to it. But again, I'm not surprised. Metal Gear is now relegated to pachinko machines and a terrible survival horror game. I shouldn't say it's terrible, I haven't played it. I definitely won't be playing it, let alone buying the game. But, oh my god, this is ridiculous. Sweet Johnny News is a twice-weekly news show uploaded every Tuesday and Friday, covering a lot of headlines in gaming as well as giving my own spin on things, as you just saw with Metal Gear Survive. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like it, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also be sure to check out SweetJohnnyCage.com. This is an archival website that I host, you know, all videos that I've done since 2007, 2008 from Video Game Central, all the way up until now, as well as a couple of written articles that I, you know, and want to do every now and again. Alright everybody, as always, I'm Sweet Johnny Cage. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.